Hello, my name is Kevin Rue, and this is my application for the SSI Fellowship 2026. I'm a computational biologist and biomedical data science trainer at the University of Oxford. For over a decade now, I've been part of the bioconductor community, an open source software project for bioinformatics, first as a user and developer, and since 2021 a member of the Community Advisory Board and Code of Conduct Committee, both of which I've co-chaired. I'm also a certified carpentries instructor, contributing to the Bioconductor Teaching and Education Committee as lead developer of a lesson about the Bioconductor project, and recently as co-instructor of a lesson on single-cell RNA sequencing analysis delivered at the European Bioconductor meeting in Barcelona. At Oxford, I split my time between training and research. On one side, I regularly deliver hands-on courses in Linux, R, Python, and reproducible workflows for the Oxford Biomedical Data Science Training Program. On the other side, I analyze single-cell and spatial transcriptomics data, contributing to projects like the Human Cell Atlas. It is in those collaborative projects that I find the inspiration for the software that I develop openly and collaboratively. In both cases, I take every opportunity to learn and advocate for good software practices, making my research accessible, reproducible, and reusable. While fair practices are widely adopted, inconsistent terminology for the classification of resources across software communities makes it harder to find and reuse tools, datasets, and training materials. In the life sciences, efforts are underway to unify this landscape through the Elixir research ecosystem and the EDAM ontology. Bioconductor, for example, is a community with over 2,000 R software packages and more than 50 million downloads each year, still using its own controlled vocabulary named BioC-Views to organize software thematically. Without a bridge between BioC-Views and EDAM, discoverability and reuse across the ecosystem remains limited, making it harder for researchers to connect tools and workflows. Concretely, the outputs I aim to deliver through the SSI fellowships are first a public prototype mapping a small number of terms between the BioC-Views and EDAM vocabularies. I will use that opportunity to identify potential gaps in EDAM, using lessons learned from recent effort at the Elixir Biohackathon 2024 and ongoing AI-assisted attempts. Secondly, I will assemble clear guidance for developers and trainers on annotating bioconductor packages and carpentries lessons, so they appear in Elixir's test registry, using the prototype crosswalk to illustrate concrete use cases supported by short video tutorials. Finally, I will organize validation sessions, ideally as workshop at Elixir meetings and other relevant events, to refine these resources with feedback from the relevant Elixir communities. All these outputs will be disseminated through a blog post and short video through relevant websites including SSI, Bioconductor, and Elixir. Having used Bioconductor since 2011 and contributed as a developer, maintainer, and community member since 2013, I have first-hand experience with the challenges of inconsistent vocabularies for annotating my own software and discovering that of others. Then, as member of the Community Advisory Board, I have had the chance to gain a broad perspective on the needs of underrepresented and specialist domains. With the SSI Fellowship, I propose to act as an ambassador for the bioconductor community at external events, including those led by Elixir's research ecosystem and EDAM developers, to connect those communities and foster collaborative work between developers, users, and curators of all communities working to coordinate their fair practices. A start in January 2026 gives me a good amount of time to review lessons learned from recent efforts and deliver the prototype crosswalk in time to propose workshops at relevant local and international meetings, where SSI support will become instrumental for my attendance. I will then act on feedback collected during those sessions and coordinate with Bioconductor and EDAM teams to polish documentation and invite community testers. With SSI support, I aim to organize both online and in-person events, including, for instance, a micro-hackathon through Reproducible Research Oxford. With over 50 million bioconductor downloads each year, even modest improvements in findability can have wide ripple effects. Realigning the bioconductor BioCVU's vocabulary with EDAM will make bioconductor software and training more visible in Elixir registries such as BioTools, Workflow Hub, and TESS. This will make tools easier to discover, workflows more interoperable, and training materials better connected across communities. Crucially, these outputs will persist beyond the fellowship. A version mapping between BioCVUs and EDAM, test-listed guidance with video tutorials, and upstream contributions to the EDAM ontology will continue to support researchers and developers in the long term. Additionally, while the fellowship focuses on bioconductor initially, I aim to use this community as an exemplar, extending lessons and approaches to inspire other open source research software communities to join this movement. Thank you for listening and considering me.